payment. This is all from one client, and I've been able to crack the code to getting clients to pay me for over a year. I want you to look at this guy, Matt. He's been paying me since the 20th of December, 2023. In exactly 2 months' time, he would have been paying me for 2 years. And I've been able to do this with countless other clients who are now paying me for coming up to over a year. Right now, he's the only 2-year guy. But the whole entire goal of this video is to show you exactly how you can do this yourself. What you need to understand when it comes to running an AI agency, the easiest way to scale, virtually on easy mode, is to keep clients so you can stack up MRR every single month and reinvest that money back into your agency so it runs even more on autopilot. But most people, they simply aren't good at keeping clients. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. And before we even go on to delivery, it's all going to start with offer positioning. How on earth can you get a dream client coming to you in the first place who is actually prepared to pay you? What you need to understand is business owners, they only care about 2 things. And these 2 things are how much time can you save them and how much money can you make them? Thankfully, my offer does both. In case you don't know what it is, I run an AI content agency, so this is where we help business owners scale when it comes to content. So how on earth do I save them time? Well, we do everything for them. All they need to do is press record. If they don't want to press record when it comes to filming a video, that's fine as well, because we make an AI clone of them. And how do we make them money? Well, we help them attract leads from their content and we get them to book sales calls with them. It is that simple, and it's how we're able to achieve both. But in order for me to even get Matt in the first place to be paying me since December 2023, I needed to position my offer in such a way that it was a no-brainer for him to say yes. Where so many business owners go wrong, and I'm just giving an AI content agency example here, but this is the same for any AI agency. They are trying to sell something and position it in a way that is highly commoditized. Look at these 2 examples. I will edit you 20 videos. I will manage your social media account. Now think from a prospect perspective. If someone's reaching out to you saying that and someone else is reaching out to you basically saying the same thing, you're purely going to go with the person who is the cheapest. Secondly as well, this isn't outcome focused. From a prospect perspective, it's like, I have to do work. I need to go ahead and film 20 videos for you to edit them. I need to start posting more on my social media for it to even be worthwhile. This is purely positioned as work and it's not attractive to prospects. Instead, what you need to do is you need to look at your prospect, your dream client, exactly who you're targeting, and you fundamentally need to understand what is it that they want. Your entire goal is to build a drawbridge that helps them cross the gap. That is simply all you're doing. And here's a few examples. More qualified leads, more inbound sales calls, increased authority in their industry, higher conversion rates, time back when creating content. And all of these examples that I just gave here, minus this one, they will work no matter your AI agency. You need to understand, business owners, they do not care about your deliverables. They purely care about the outcome. Now I want you to look at this example for my AI content agency offer. I'll turn your expertise into weekly videos on autopilot that position you as the #1 authority in your niche and bring you qualified leads on autopilot who are ready to buy. Now let's look at what we made here. And what is this offer presenting and positioning? Well, firstly, I'll turn your expertise into weekly videos on autopilot. Instantly it says, I will save you time. So what are we doing here? Well, we're meeting the time objective. When a prospect sees autopilot, it's like, wow, I don't need to do anything. But let's keep digging. That'll position you as the #1 authority figure in your niche. As you can see, we're achieving that. Next, and bring you qualified leads on autopilot who are ready to buy. Let's face it, any business owner who sees qualified leads, what is the first thing they think of? Well, of course, it's going to be money. So from us simply positioning our offer correctly, we've been able to show a business owner that we can save them time and we can make them money. And before we go into this, just to provide you with even more value, when you really compare, I will edit you 20 videos, I will manage your social media account, to what I've put here, there is really no difference at all. It is simply how we packaged it. We're doing the exact same deliverables, but so many people make the mistake. They just go so much into the weeds of the deliverables, being like, I will script your content, I will edit your content, I will make you a content strategy. Most of the time, business owners, they simply don't care about what you're going to do to get them to where they want to be. They only care about getting to where they want to be. So this is why you need to package your offer in such a way like this. And if out of your AI agency, you do happen to run an AI content agency and you want to better learn the exact content funnel we actually fulfill for our clients, make sure to watch this video. You're going to be able to find it on my profile. Awesome. So now you understand the importance of positioning your offer so you can even get these dream clients coming to you in the first place. And you've just signed them. It is so important that you go on to onboarding. Onboarding is going to set the scene for your relationship going forwards. A biggest mistake I see so many people make is they will wait for their onboarding call like 3 weeks out, which is just insane and it makes no sense. You want to try and book the onboarding call with them within 7 days. And how we have our onboarding set up is we fully automated it. It is really important that we automate it. Then we're able to really prevent buyer's remorse. If you do not take action within the first hour of someone paying you, a lot of the times they're going to be like, what on earth's happened? Why is everything going silent? But if you have a Zapier automation, Make automation, NA10 automation set up that sends them all the onboarding documents, they're going to be like, wow, they've already got their shit together. They know exactly what they're doing. So here's our flow. So firstly, we have a Zapier automation. It's then going to invite them into Slack. From here, it's then going to invite them as a client into my own software, so Fusion AI, into the project board. So this is, as you can see, where we manage all of their projects, all of their videos. From here, they're then sent this scripting and ideation market research form. So basically what this enables us to do is really understand their offer, who their dream client is, who they're trying to serve. So when we are making them a content strategy, ideas and scripts, they're really able to be good. So we send all of this out. And the great thing is, not me, not a single member of my team need to be involved because we let Zapier automate this entire thing for us. So literally within 5 minutes of them paying, they send this entire thing and they'll also send an email where they can book a Zoom call with me. So as you can see, instantly from them paying us, we're setting the scene, we're being highly professional. And I just can't express how many AI agency owners I see. They have no automation set up or anything. It is absolutely insane. And then they wonder why people churn, people charge back because they have no systems in place. They're super unprofessional. So it's so important that you set something like this up. So from here, the client books a Zoom call with us, and here's exactly what we cover within the Zoom onboarding call. Firstly, we present them the content strategy that we just made for them. Secondly, the video ideas. And finally, we may run through our systems. Even though we have tons of onboarding documentation showing how our systems work, how this and that works, you know, a lot of the times they're going to ask questions. So it's really important that we're able to answer them. Maybe it's their first ever time using Slack. So they're like, how do channels work? You know, how do I turn on notifications? Yes, something that simple they're going to ask. We have that all the time. It is insane. But you just need to answer these questions because it helps to further position yourself as an authority and you really know what you're talking about, even answering something as simple, how do I turn on the notifications? And look, obviously I know right here the examples I'm given are very AI content agency focused, but for whatever your AI agency is, you're able to do this. Here's an example, you run an AI sales agent. You can show them the phone dialer you just made them, the backend systems of it if they're interested. Obviously you don't need to go like super deep. They don't care about that. They're paying you to deliver it for them. But some of the times, right, it's going to be nice for you to show them how it works. And then finally, better showing them your systems, how you can communicate with them, your project management tools. That's exactly how you position an onboarding call. And I can't express this enough. It is really important that you crush this so you're able to prevent buyer remorse and chargebacks. It is absolutely vital. Now that we've done this, we go on to communication. And I can't express this enough. Fast communication is king. Take a look at this. 11:49. When did Mohammed reply? 12:03. Just look at that response rate. That is absolutely insane. From here, I responded at 12:07, 12:07, 12:34. Just look how quick these responses are. Communication is key, especially when it's fast. Clients don't want to wait around for like 24 hours for you to respond to them. That is absolutely insane. In my agency, Fusion Media, we have a 1 hour rule. Me or a member of my team must get back to a client within 1 hour. It is so important that we align to this and we're able to deliver. So many people do slow communication and then they wonder why they get the dreaded text from their client. Hey, I don't want to continue paying next month. That's cancel. It's because they simply can't do basic things like this. If your client asks you a question, says, hey, where do I put this? How do I do this? Get back to them as soon as possible. It takes like an extra 5 minutes and it's going to help you get paid every single month by one person for coming up to 2 years. Literally little things just like this. So as you can see, try and respond within an hour. Understand you can delegate communication to your team. I'm going to be completely transparent. Most of the times I never respond to my clients. The only reason I did here is I was celebrating a win. If you look here, he said, dude, insane work, hardly any no's, videos look great. So what do I respond with? Just some fire emojis. It's like, yes, come on, the whole team's crushing it, you're crushing it. Of course I'm going to celebrate with them, right? But most of the time, I've been able to delegate it. But if you're just starting out, it is really, really important that you set the scene and you deliver really well. Because Matt right here, he was actually one of my first clients. As you can see, he paid me back in 20th of December, 2023. Well, one of my first really, really high ticket clients. Anyway, what we also do, right, and we found this helps so much, every single month we have an automation that sends out to all of our clients, and it's literally a feedback form. So we ask for their name, last name, and then we just ask them, hey, how's things going with us? Do you like the scripts we're making for you, content strategies, any AI automations we may do in the back end for you? How are you finding everything? And then we ask this really, really important question. Is there anything we can do to improve? It is really, really important to me that we're paying attention to this, because then we can be like, oh, there's quite a few clients are saying how right now some of their videos aren't performing. Let me go ahead and check why. Is it perhaps we're not making them a good content strategy, ideas or scripts? What is the reason? Because if I see tons of clients saying it, in my head, I'm like, shit, are they going to cancel soon? We need to go ahead, understand why they're not performing and fix it straight away so they stay with me and they continue paying me. And that's exactly what this client form enables you to do. So it's really, really important. Perfect. So now that we have the onboarding and communication down, it is time to go into delivery. It is so, so important that you deliver correctly. Because at the end of the day, right, what are they paying you for? For you to deliver for them. And what do they want from you delivering for them? Like we discussed earlier, they want to save time and they want to make money. And that's exactly what your delivery needs to do. And if you are in the AI content agency realm, right, I wanted to show this for a reason. So many people, and I'll hold my hands up, I used to be caught in this for the longest amount of time. So many people have a perceived idea that clients care about super high quality edits. But I want you to really ask yourself and be 100% real with yourself for a second. When on earth have you ever seen a client of yours, or perhaps someone you watch, make money as a result of their edits? It is never just as a result of their edits. It's a result of how good their scripts are, how good their content strategy is, and finally, how good their funnel is. You know, we used to make the mistake, and it actually capped us how much we could scale back when we weren't even using AI, is that my editors would literally spend in 10, 15 hours on the edit just to add like crazy motion graphics. But clients simply care about saving time and making money. So when we were really just trying to perfect our service delivery, what I found out was the best possible way to really get your clients results and pretty much guarantee them. By the way, we don't do guarantees within Fusion Media, but you can kind of guarantee they're going to get results, is we just reverse engineer what's working. And where's the best possible place to reverse engineer? Well, looking at their competitors. No matter what niche they're in, there's always going to be someone on YouTube, Instagram, etc., who is absolutely crushing it. We understand what's working for them. We slightly change their content strategy to better meet the client's needs. And we automatically know, well, it's pretty likely these videos are going to perform, seeing as there's already proof of concept. So here's exactly how we do it. Let's say, as an example, our client's in the business niche. Well, who's one of the biggest and best performing people within that niche? It's of course going to be Alex Samosi. And then from here, we can maybe find like 3 or 4 other competitors. We're going to go ahead and get one of their videos. So let me just grab one of his recent ones right now. What's most applicable? Let's go ahead and do this one, how I create content in 2025 if I had to start. From here, all we do is paste a link address. Then we go ahead and use this AI tool linked in the description below. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to scrape all of their competitors' videos, and then we can just start speaking to it like a chatbot. So let me go ahead and maybe get one more video just like this one. So let's paste it in, and then we can start asking questions. So these questions would be, what is working for these videos and what's not? So as you can see, we're then just going to get an entire breakdown. It's going to say all the stats and everything about it. And it's really just going to enable us to understand, okay, this is working and this isn't. From here, we can just go ahead and prompt it something like using this and what you know works and what doesn't. Make me a content strategy, please. So let's go ahead and get that done. As you can see, like, this is where so many people go wrong. They try and make something like super creative and super original for their client when realistically it's going to maybe take 8 to 12 months for it to actually work. Yes, of course, you can work on that in the background for your client. We do it for so many clients of ours. But the thing is, they need immediate results so they don't churn. So what do we do in this situation? Well, we go ahead and take what's already working and what's already working, the top competitors within their niche, and then we just remake it for them. So now that we've got all of this information right, simply all we do is press choose in scriptwriter because it's now fundamentally understood what's working and what's not. So let's press use in scriptwriter. And what's basically happened from here is passed over all the information that we covered within the competitor hub to the scriptwriter. So when we do go ahead and script the videos for the client, we simply put in a very easy prompt because remember, it's already got the content strategy from the client and all of the videos that we broke down. So that is why it is so simple for us when it comes to delivery, because we're not trying to reinvent the wheel at all for our clients, right? We're simply just making them an easy script, a content strategy, and then when it comes to editing their videos, all we're going to do is go over to here, upload their video, and as you can see, the video is uploaded. I just have a random one for this one because I actually can't show this client, hence why I don't have a testimonial for him, unfortunately. So I just uploaded a random one of mine. But as you can see, automatic captions, we just trim it up super easy like this, add a few effects, and it is that simple. So it's how we can keep our profit margins really high. But some of the mistakes I made when I first started running Fusion Media before we started leveraging AI for fulfillment, I had over 25 editors and 16 VAs to even fulfill for Matt at some point, right? So as you can probably imagine, my profit margins were extremely low and things just took so long. And it was funny, because the second we started delivering for him when it came to AI, he saw no difference, and you could argue his videos actually started performing so much better. So guys, understand, if you do offer some AI content agency service within your AI agency, clients do not care about crazy effects, crazy motion graphics. They simply care about how much money you can make them and how much time. And this is the same, right? Even if you run like a sales agency, when you install an appointment setter, they won't care about how your automations look or anything. They simply care about how many appointments it can book. So stop getting so much into the weeds of things and purely focus on these two things clients care about: how much time they can save and how much money you can make them. But the reason why I'm actually really married to that AI content agency offer is the fact of the upsell potential. What does content enable you to do? Well, content enables you to firstly attract, nurture through content, and then sign people. But the biggest bottleneck most people are going to face is when it comes to signing. They're going to be able to attract pretty easily when it comes to their content, nurture, but sometimes they may struggle to close sales calls. So that's where I can then come in with an upsell, right? I can say, hey, let me make you a landing page, which is a pretty cool nurture system. This is going to be like an extra VSL, so they better know your offer, how you can help them, what they need to do before the call to prepare. Or I can even offer some AI sales agents. So I could do a call bot. The second someone books a call as a result of the content we're making, an AI caller is going to dial them up and be like, hey, thanks for booking a call. What are your problems? Where can I further help? Once it understands their problems, it can then SMS text them a YouTube video that the client made that solves those problems. So as you can see, and this is why I really like the AI content agency model, it's because there's so much room for upsell potential, because you're already helping the client attract and nurture clients, and of course sign them, but that's going to be their biggest bottleneck. So if you can further add extra things in place so they can increase their close rate, which of course means they make more money and also save time because you're installing it for them, they're not going to say no to you doing it. And this is why I love this model. And this entire breakdown is exactly how I'm able to get clients to pay me for coming up to 2 years. As you can see, guys, it is so simple, but there's just some key things which so many people overlook. The fact that they are so bad at onboarding, most of the time they don't even do it. Or secondly, they may not even have onboarding automations. Their communication is terrible. They sometimes take up to 24 hours to respond. Next, they're delivering. This is really going to make or break things for you guys. If you don't have your delivery down, whether that's meeting deadlines, getting them results, of course they're going to churn. They're going to go to someone who's better than you. It's obviously a no-brainer. And then finally, upsell. Don't just think about this. And I used to have this limiting belief for such a while, and it's really holding me back. I used to be like, oh, I'm being greedy, constantly asking for money for them. But no, I'm not. I'm helping them make even more money. So that's stupid if they don't pay me to add landing pages as sales agents, right? So this is exactly how you can get clients to pay you for coming up to 2 years. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.